Gentlemen, welcome to the August 18th Town of Mamakating Town Board meeting. As we always traditionally do, we start off with the work session. There are agendas back there on the table, and there's also a couple copies of the abstract, should you want to review them. Bathrooms are down this hallway along with an exit, and we have an exit there, and I suggest you don't go out these windows behind here because I prefer First item on the agenda tonight is the solar stimulus proposal. Dick Reisling is here tonight to give us a brief rundown of this proposal. And we're all familiar with this gentleman. He's come down twice and given us very interesting and informative presentations concerning solar power, its utilization, and its applicability in a municipal setting. So, Dick, I'll turn it over to you right now, if you don't mind.
Thank you, Bob. Good evening, everyone. I'm very glad to be here. I'm very glad that you're here. Can you all hear me?
No, I think you should stand up.
Yeah. And if you need a microphone,
If I stand up, my old eyes won't be able to see. I guess I can. All right. This is the first of the many answers, we hope. Where is the stimulus package for Sullivan County? Here's the first version that we could get a hook into, but boy, they've got a hook into us as well. This is from the ARRA opportunity, which stands for the American Reinvestment Reinvestment and Reconstruction. I don't like that word too much about America, but we know we have to reconstruct. So it's the American Reinvestment and Reconstruction Act. It's at 90% financing, and it comes with conditions. The first condition is it opened 2 weeks ago Monday. It closes this Friday. So you can imagine how delighted I am that you were having a meeting and that you had a regular meeting scheduled, and that you're here tonight to hear this opportunity. There comes with some other conditions as well. It's a 100% Buy American program. This is stimulation. It's going to be a very fast-moving program and 100% American. Everything in this operation, the fastener, the framing, the connectors, the panels, the inverter, the wiring, everything in it must be certified American manufactured. Not distributed, manufactured on-site within the geographical extent of the USA. Right away, that knocks out an awful lot of installers. There are very few manufacturers in this part of the United States for solar electric. A lot of stuff coming online soon, but not certified new product yet. The next one is that it has to be at prevailing wage. So we have to find an installer who pledges to do that and has a certified record for doing so. The next point is that it has to be someone who has a record of service, because unlike other NYSERDA programs, for instance, which have a rather robust amount of monitoring, this one has several before and after, or pre-installation and post-installation. Beginning with 3 months after it's up and operating, you have to send back data. So folded into the installation has to be a methodology, an instrumentation, and an ease of doing those reports, or it becomes daunting because they must be done right. So we have secured an installer. Their engineers have done the work. Their people have been here on site, measured the building, and they have a proposal before you. We got that done in about 3 or 4 days, thanks to Kerron's assistance here and Bob's assistance. We will know in October, which is nice. We don't have to wait around a long time to find out whether or not you will be given this award, and you should decide to go forward with it. I will say that this is a program that has 4 rounds in it. The second one closes on October 24th. Again, showing you this is a very fast-moving program. By comparison, NYSERDA, our New York State authority, is about 6 months behind. Well, now this is administered through NYSERDA. They have a whole new trunk of staff, and as you talk to them, the advice we have from them is they are doing everything they can, and they're incentivized by a lot of pressure from up above to get everything they possibly can out on round one. Now, that's not going to be very hard to do. We're in DOE, Department of Energy, Federal Region 3, composing 16 counties. Okay? The entire allotment for the 16 counties is $12.8 million. All right? And you can imagine how many towns there are in those 16 counties. And we're talking about the Mid-Hudson Valley right up. So this is a very, very competitive thing. So only those who are able to respond in about 3 weeks' time with engineering studies, line drawings on the electrical configuration, and all that sort of thing, and doing all the financials are going to be able to qualify in this first round. We have a proposal before you that we think is a quality one, and we urge you to consider it. I want to say just one more thing about it. It's competitive, and if you should, if we cannot get this work done, although Kerron and I, if you should approve of this, we'll try to finish this tomorrow and get it off, because it must be in their hands by noon Friday. Monday. So we are set to do the work, and you should ask us to do it. Basically, we're talking about a 42 kilowatt system that will produce about 50,000 kilowatt hours, which is about half of your load here as we see it in the building. The system cost is $240,660. The net cost to the town is, of course, 10% of that, $24,066. The DOE cuts a check for $216,594 at the point of award if it should be awarded to this town. The energy savings the first year is $10,379. The system pays for itself in terms of your investment in 2 years, 6 months. There is a positive cash flow over 25 years with a 5% assumed increase in the cost of energy of $471,305, and your return on investment is at 1,958%. There is one other thing I should explain in here because it's not explained on the graphs that you have here. It's called SHRECs. Those are solar renewable energy credits. This will be, when it occurs, which could be as soon as 18 months, the biggest part of your revenue. More so than the generation of your energy. When it comes into being, it will be the major thing. You will sell back what's called green tags. Many of you are invited now at a premium of about $5 per 10 kilowatts to say if you take an airplane trip, you might say, well, okay, I will buy a block of 10 kilowatts at about $2 premium on your electric bill. It would be the same thing. You would now be in that market. And you would be registered with an aggregator who would sell your SHRECs. We don't know exactly what they're going to be valued at. There's a huge debate. The one that seems to be coming out is not actually the SHREC will disappear, and I hope it does. Instead will come what Governor Patterson is talking about, and that is you will have a retail rate set at 35 cents per kilowatt hour. And everything that you're in excess of in terms of your consumption on site, you will sell at the retail rate of 35 cents. And it's very clear here what you're paying per kilowatt hour. So that would be a huge generator of revenue. And that will be the replacement. I'm sorry to say this, but that's how it's all organized. This is a very organized system. Things may not work out the way they want to. Within 2 years, NYSERDA is projecting, there will be no subsidies for solar electric. And the idea is that all be market driven. They're doing a marvelous thing. If I had come to you 2 years before, I would have suggested that the installed cost, the commission cost of a system like this, for this area would be $825 to $870. There's a town right now that's putting one of at $845. This is available to you at, I think it's $575 a watt. That's how dramatic the price is coming down that fast. So this is a very dynamic period of time. It's a great opportunity. We have about 3 days.